Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running. And the lineup suggests, Jim, that it's going to be a 3-4-3 formation.
Well, I always feel, Peter, that central midfield is a big area of responsibility in this system. It's not as easy for the front three to get behind the ball quickly if one of the wing-backs is pushed on. Then the boys in the engine room have serious cover to provide. So
shoots! Brilliant! A finish of true class! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, easy pickings there. Baresi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Knocks it into space. Wriggles his way through. He's got away. Irwin stood his ground strongly. Nesta is there to clear. It's a pretty loose pass. And the pass is intercepted. Irwin. And that should get the job done. Played back into the centre. Barcelona are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. And it's Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai!
Szoboszlai really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And this is Del Piero. And he plays one through. Chance! And he hits the net. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, what...
And Batistuta! That was superb goalkeeping.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Colombia with the corner, they're first. Punched away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Can he get it through? And it's been played through. Oh, that's fabulous. Del Piero! And how great! Sumptuous and absolute joy! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
And the shots! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
This possibly the last play of the half. It's a mighty effort! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Rijkaard picks it up from the goal kick. Batistuta. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, And it might grow even wider in this second half.
Barcelona absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Barcelona have established themselves in a position of absolute supremacy. An action-packed 45 minutes, and they have raced into a 3-goal lead. And we are back underway. Colombia needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Tries from a long way out. Now that was quite some save.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
It's their second corner of the game. Terrific header! Relentless! Just relentless! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Substitution for Colombia, number 23, Johan
So the
Cruyff.
manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Barcelona are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Del Piero is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
That is a great pick out. Good take. Can he finish? He has done it! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up.
Chance for a shot! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Corner number 2 then. He's in a great position. Real chance! João Pedro. DiMarco. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Rice is standing over this one. A real chance then to... He's gone for the shot! Oh, denied at the last. Now it's Del Piero. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And he's let fly! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Rijkaard, spread out to the left. And he's quick to snatch it back. Scholes is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. It's a goal kick. Davids gathers from the goal kick. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Ramos. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Pinches it off him. And that's it. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running. And the lineup suggests, Jim, that it's going to be a 3-4-3 formation.
Well, I always feel, Peter, that central midfield is a big area of responsibility in